Welcome everyone to another video brought to you by Scottish War 92. Welcome to another episode of Mass Effect PreUp. Now, there have been a lot of stuff released at Gamescon about Mass Effect, and I thought I would do a quick recap and give you my opinion on some of the stuff there is. There's actually a full page of stuff I've got here, so hope you enjoy it. And let's start off with the one of the first things that came up, which was Joker and Edie romance. Now, I did do my opinion on this in a previous video. I'm okay with the Joker and Edie romance, and I was thinking maybe Edie will end up becoming an android of some kind, like her voice actress, I can't remember her name, but she went to Battlestar Galactica. Some kind of romance, and it will be a wee bit, what the fuck is going on? But weirder stuff have happened, and BioWare, well, they can do anything, so I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. So wee bit of opinion on that, and so that's a possibility, could happen. They're still working on it, so it could possibly be maybe Edie will become an android or a cyborg even, maybe they study Reaper technology enough to make Edie into a half organic, half cybernetic organism. You never know, could be interesting. But let's go into the next one, which is actually one of the biggest things that was announced, that Thane is going to be alive. Thank fuck, he is back. I'm glad as hell that he is back. I have romanced him in one of my Mass Effect female playthroughs, and it's going to be quite interesting to see how that evolves into the next game. It's very interesting to see how this will go, because what kind of role will he have in the game? Will he be a party member? Which I'm thinking he will be a party member, but maybe only a temporary party member, like BioWare said that not every party member will be a permanent party member. So it could be the fact that maybe Thane will be in the game for a good length of time, but maybe not as a party member for long. Maybe as he is an assassin and trained in stealth, he may actually be sort of like maybe a spy of some kind. Maybe he'll have to go into planets where the Reapers have taken over, and he'll have to gather intel for you. Or maybe he just is a badass motherfucker. Simple as put. And he'll be a party member for quite some time. Maybe he'll be on the Hanar homeworld, protecting the Hanar maybe with his son Kolyet. We don't know, we'll have to wait and see, but I'm glad that Thane is going to be back, because he is one of my favourite characters. Badass assassin, but also with a very disturbed past, so very interesting. Another one is Kelly Chambers. She's coming back. She'll probably just do the same role as she did in the previous game, maybe as your consultant / therapist. I did actually romance her with one of my female shepherds. I was just like, I was staying loyal to my romance in this one, but at the end I kind of got a romance with Kelly Chambers, and she puts a stripper outfit on and dances with you in her quarters, and I'm like, yeah, that's nice. So it could be quite interesting if you romanced her as a maybe friend with benefits. I don't think it was a full romance, because all you did is if you flirt with Kelly throughout the game and you don't romance anyone at the end of the game, she sends you an email saying maybe you could use some special therapy, and she comes up to your room and does a wee in a stripper outfit and dances for you, and the usual romance stuff. I'm thinking she'll just be like what she was in Mass Effect 2, as a sort of consultant, basically telling you, I think you need to go and talk to him, or I think you need to go and talk to her, and especially with the romance confliction, for me it's going to be with my first playthrough, Liara and Tali. Maybe like, Shepard, I got some bad news and good news. Bad news, you're fucked. Good news, the good news is you have someone that loves you. Bad news, the two of them are downstairs waiting for you. So it could be quite interesting to see that. It's difficult to say with Kelly. She has a really interesting character, because one of her quotes always stuck by me throughout my life. Passion is great wherever you can find it. That doesn't matter on race or gender. I really love that quote. It's one of my favourite ones from BioWare, and it kind of made me think about it. And hopefully it's one of your favourite quotes as well. It's just a really good quote in my opinion. She's really a great character, and hopefully you guys agree. Now the next one is one I'm kind of like, I'm not certain on it. It's the possibility of a Joker and Shepard romance. I personally don't want that, because in my opinion Shepard and Joker sort of have a bromance, not a romance. They're very good friends, they joke with each other, they're snarky, they make funny jokes. sort of like best friends, if you will, not a romance thing. I can't see that happening. I much more see a Joker and Edie romance than a Shepherd or Shepherd Joker romance. I don't see that happening. I personally don't want it, but there are people out there who absolutely love Joker and want it, so I'm not going to say no to it, but I will have to. I'm not going to be romancing Joker anytime soon. Another one was they talked at Gamescon was they talked about a wee bit about the Normandy and basically what has happened to it. They didn't give too much details. They just say that the whole thing has been refurbished, and Joker likes it. So it could be a couple of wee add-ons to the ship. I'm thinking one of the add-ons is going to be a bar. There better be a bar, because I'm thinking after like the trial and on Earth, the ship was going straight to the bar. Let's give me some whiskey. Give me a Jack and Coke. I think Shepard will be doing that, and it'll be also a bit more interesting to talk to party members while you're in the bar, like with James Vega, Joker, Thane, Miranda, all the characters that are in there. Nice to just get together and talk in a bar and go, man, this, fuck, give me another shot, please. Maybe even a few drinking games. You never know. Garrus versus Rex in a drinking game. Who wants that? That would be epic. And of course, you've got to have a bartender, so we'll have to wait and see who that is. I don't know. Get the matriarch bartender from Ilium. She would be an awesome bartender because of the wee Easter egg, if you've not seen it. But it'd be quite interesting to see what the Normandy's going to look like. So that'd be quite interesting. Another wee thing that I'm really glad about is that the Quarian and Geth conflict will be resolved in Mass Effect 3, which I was like, of course it's going to be resolved. There's a bigger threat than Geth, which are no really a threat anymore. There are the Reapers, and you will be going to the Quarian homeworld, so maybe you'll have to take a couple of the Admirals to there. Tali as well. It'd be quite interesting to see how Tali will react to the homeworld, especially with the fact that her father in Mass Effect 2 died. Spoiler, sorry. And he made a promise to her that he would build a house in the homeworld. Maybe if you romanced her in Mass Effect 2, you might be able to keep that promise from her father and say, come on Tali, let's go find a house for you or something. Or at the end of Mass Effect 3, you're just sitting on the Quarian homeworld with Tali next to you like, we've been through some shit. So it'd be quite interesting to see what the Quarian homeworld looks like, especially with Tali and Legion, of course, would be quite interesting. So that's going to be quite interesting. They also talked a wee bit more about side quests. Now, like in other Mass Effect games, the side quests were side quests that didn't really affect the game much. Mass Effect 2, they did a wee bit more. A couple of the side missions affected the game, how it would evolve. But in this Mass Effect 3, every side quest will actually help you with the end game. If you complete every side quest in the end game, but also depends on your time restraint as well. Because I'm thinking it might be something like that. They have hinted at it, but it might be a wee bit different. It says that each side quest will have some major part in the game, so you could do the entire game without doing the side quest, but you might be a bit more of a challenge at the end game, or you could do the entire game doing every side quest and then make it game at the end game a bit easier. It could be interesting, visiting a few more Prothean ruins, going to different places in the home world, finding out how to defeat the Reapers. It would be quite an interesting wee concept with the side missions, and maybe also a few side missions relating back to Mass Effect 1 and 2 will be involved as well. Be quite interesting. This is a wee short one. There will be some new powers for the classes in Mass Effect 3. So here's what I want you to do. I've got a couple of ideas, but I want you guys, the clan, to put your ideas for any powers down below and let me know what you think the powers will be. So let's move on to the next one. More hairstyles, and now I'm really glad for this. No offense to the previous Mass Effect hairstyles, but I always wanted a long-haired male Shepherd. Just my opinion. And Case Hudson did ask about this a wee while ago on his Twitter. What did I suggest? He says, I want to see Shepherd with dreadlocks or a ponytail. That would be interesting. But they have said it's more for the female Shepherds than the male Shepherds. But hopefully they'll have at least a couple of long-haired Shepherds. That would be really interesting. Nice long flowing blonde hair. It'd be quite interesting to see what hairstyles they come up with. You know what? Give them my hair. Give Shepherd my hair, nice wee curly hair. That should look quite nice on him. Next one. Squad members' armour and all that will be customisable, which is going to be really fun to fuck about with different parts. and give like different armors to people. So that's going to be sweet. There's also going to be a really big uber achievement for those of us, me and all the other members of the clan and all the Mass Effect fans who have been with Mass Effect since Mass Effect 1, and it will actually give you an uber achievement saying congratulations. Maybe it will just be like BioWare saying thank you, and it just says play Mass Effect 1, 2 and 3. You have completed the Mass Effect Commander Shepard trilogy or something. It'd be quite interesting to see that. All squad members' stories will be finalised in this one. Every kind of story that throughout the Mass Effect series, the like Rex, Garrus, Tali, Legion, Miranda, Jacob, all those characters' stories will be finished in Mass Effect 3. Whether or not they are permanent party members, so that could be quite interesting. Also another thing, BioWare have stated this, that there will be deaths. A couple of your squad team will die and there's nothing you can do about it. There will be a lot of epic deaths. I'm near enough tearing up as it is right now thinking about who's going to die. Here's what's going to happen when you get Mass Effect 3. You're going to buy Mass Effect 3, you're going to go, my game store should start selling tissues, like Mass Effect 3, 3 boxes of tissues, like what do you need tissues for? I'm going to be crying. What do you think? But it'd be quite interesting to see what party members are going to die, because it's going to be really tough to see some of these characters go, because you've fallen in love with them over the years. So let's hope none of the favourites die, because I hope Garrus doesn't. Damn, he's funny as hell, but for some strange reason I've got a weird feeling that they'll maybe kill off Garrus at the end of the game, or partway through the game he'll sacrifice himself or something. It'd be quite interesting, but I'm crossing my fingers and hoping not. The Yarg will be returning. Now if you don't know who the Yarg are, basically the Shadow Broker turns out to be a Yarg, which are basically 10-15 feet tall giant fucking aliens with fucking triangle mouth with teeth. They've got teeth gone. They look like a bit like they're kind of like the Krogan, only bigger, which is hard to say. Bigger and with sharper teeth. So holy shit, if the Yarg are back, it's going to be fun, because it did say in the dossier in Shadow Broker's lair that the Yarg are very aggressive, and so far they have been blacklisted as a race. Don't go anywhere near their home planet or you will die. So that's quite interesting. It should be quite interesting to see that. I've already said squad members' fate. There's nothing you can do about some of them. Finally, after a long time, they are bringing party banter to Mass Effect. Now, if you don't play Dragon Age or Dragon Age 2, in Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age 2, one of the best parts about that game was the party banter of the companions who always talk to each other, make snide jokes to each other, talk about weird things and all that. The party banter was awesome in Dragon Age, and I'm really glad that they're bringing it to Mass Effect. It'd be quite interesting to hear some of their the party banter, and I can guarantee they will probably be like, I want to do this mission, but I want to take someone else with me. Because I wonder with the party banter between Tali, there was a wee bit of party banter between Tali and Garrus in Mass Effect 2. It was on the Citadel.
Sorry about that, clan. My camera decided to be a wee bit of a bitch and cut batteries died on me. Stupid ass fucking camera. So where was I? Talking about party banter. The party banter, as I say, there was only a wee bit of it in Mass Effect 2 with Garrus and Tali, talking about the elevators that Garrus was going. Do you remember those times when we were in the elevator together? When we used to always question you about your immune system, to like, shut up, and just, oh, come on, tell me about your immune system. I have a shotgun. So it was quite funny, that wee bit. So there was a wee bit of it in Mass Effect 2, so we're probably testing it out, and it was quite entertaining to see that, so that was really good. Now where was our next part? So the camera's made me lose my place. So party banter. Tali's face. Now this was actually quite an interesting one, because a very wise and sly little Mass Effect fan asked the Mass Effect spokesperson, I can't remember his name escapes me now, instead of going, well, we get to see Tali's face, says, have you seen Tali's face? And he answered, yes, of course, yes I have. And he's like, well shit, of course you have as well, so have you. We've all seen Tali's face, trying to slide off that we all have our own little image of Tali on our face, but he kind of let it slip there that we are going to see Tali's face in Mass Effect 3, but I hope it's only as a romance options. So that should be quite interesting. But also, they have stated that in Mass Effect 3, we will see what the Quarians look like underneath their suits, even if we don't romance Tali. So that's a plus, and I'm really hoping to see that. And also, while I'm on there, Cal Rieger is returning. Fuck yeah, he's one of my favourite. He was one of my favourite Quarians in the Mass Effect universe when he first appeared in Mass Effect 2. He is epic. He's a badass motherfucking Krogan. Krogan, yeah, he's a Krogan. A badass motherfucking Quarian. And he really brings a lot to the table. And it'd be quite interesting to see how he's going to play in Mass Effect 3. He may be a party member, maybe a temporary party member. I'm kind of hoping he might be a permanent one, but you never know. I'm thinking probably he will be a temporary party member, maybe on the mission where you're going to try and tell the Quarians and the Geth, stop fucking fighting, we've got a bigger threat to realise here, and look up there, the other Reaper's coming, so can we settle this now? So it'd be quite interesting to see how that goes. He's a very nice character, and hopefully he will be a party member at some point in the game. Now the next part, James Vega. Now it's actually stated that they haven't released the voice actor for James Vega because apparently it's quite epic. But if you look back to the first Mass Effect trailer, which showed basically Earth which showed London, screw you by the way, London getting destroyed. Scottish people were proud that day. London getting destroyed by the Reapers, and I think it was James Vega, but at the time his name was James Sanders, I think. And the voice actor, I think it might be the same one. I'm not 100% certain because I do have the Mass Effect comic over there. Mass Effect thing that showed the picture of it. I'll grab it actually. I'll grab it. I've done the video on it a wee bit earlier, but a wee while ago. But I may as well get it out right now. Should have probably prepared for this. How much will I be able to find the page? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? No, that's not it. Not a scale reach. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. How much? Now I can't find it. Fucking. Oh, there we are. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Ah, there. Here. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but that's at the time his name was James Sanders, and in this issue of Xbox magazine, as the guy from the Mass Effect trailer. In fact, here's a better picture of him right here. He does look actually a lot different. This is probably the first wee concept of him. He does look a bit different than what he did with the screenshot that was released. He's much more mohawky, but he's in a shorts and t-shirt then. But in there you see him in his armor. Camera, stay. You see him in his armor there. So if that's him, the voice actor that was done on at the time sounds so familiar to me. The name is on the tip of my tongue. If it is that voice actor, I think he has been in a few films, if memory serves me. But I can't place him. So if you know who he is, please go back and watch the Mass Effect trailer. I'll put the annotation to it and see if you can recognise the voice, because the voice sounds so familiar. Ah, he was on my head there, now he's gone. But I think it's that voice actor, if it is, because his name was James Sanders at one point, but they did change it to James Vega recently, because there's another character who has the name Sanders, and who was in the Mass Effect novels. There's a romance thing for Captain Anderson, so it could be quite interesting to see that. So hopefully it should be interesting. So if you know who the actor is that does that voice, please don't, because his voice is very distinctive and familiar, so you might know. It's been boggling my mind for an absolute ages now, so hopefully we'll be able to figure it out. Let's move on before I start rambling on more about James Vega. The trial. Now at the start of Mass Effect 3 they have said this: you will be on trial for your crimes that you have committed against the universe, basically. All the decisions that you've made in Mass Effect 1 and 2 are coming back to haunt you because you're Shepard is on trial for war crimes, I'm thinking. Because that is on... Right, let's see. Let's go back to see what you've done. You set off a nuke on Vermeer. You killed quite a lot of people. What else? You released the Rachni on the universe again. We haven't heard from them since. You destroyed a precious life form called the Thorian. In Mass Effect 2, what did you do? You killed a lot of people. You were working for Cerberus. You did stuff that wasn't too nice. You took out quite a lot of mercenary groups. Let's see. You destroyed a Reaper relic, which could have been very valuable. You went to the gift space without permission. What else? Ooh, you went up beyond the Omega 4 relay and destroyed the collector base. And my personal favourite, you blew up a star system and killed thousands of Batarians. We want trials, so it's going to be quite interesting to see that, but they've also stated that how you answer the questions and present yourself at the trial will affect the game. So there will be a lot of replayability, so I'm thinking if you're like, I'll be playing Paragon throughout the game. They've also stated that some Paragon options may not be as they seem. Like, you may think you're doing the right thing and you may know what's going to come, but then it's going to be a complete 360 and just go, what the fuck happened? Sorry, a complete 180 and something else is going to happen. So it could be quite interesting. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. And hopefully the trial will have a nice judge. And I bet you I can guarantee one thing. It's going to probably... see if Udina is the judge at my trial. I'm so punching him. I'm so going to punch Udina if I get the chance. So let's move on. Now they did mention the indoctrination of the Reaper indoctrination a wee bit at Gamescom. They announced that basically some party members will be affected by the indoctrination. So this could be quite interesting. Possible some of your closest friends in the game could turn on you because they have been indoctrinated by the Reapers, which is actually quite understandable and quite going to be a major part in my opinion. Because as Shepard, you'll be like, alright, oh fuck, this is a hard... What are you doing with that gun? So it could be quite interesting that if there is going to be a few party members who are going to get indoctrinated, maybe you have to try and snap them out of it, or they could possibly be the characters that will die, because you have no choice to either but kill them, or they will sacrifice themselves to save you in some way, shape or form. So it could be quite interesting to see what ones get indoctrinated. Maybe even one of the maybe your romance gets indoctrinated in some way, shape or form, and you have to try and snap her out of it, or him out of it. So it could be quite interesting. It's going to boggle my mind. And of course, we hint at possibly that Shepard could have some kind of indoctrination. Because they did say at Comic-Con that Shepard's character will change dramatically throughout the game. So it could be that as well. So it's quite interesting to see what members become indoctrinated, and possibly if your character becomes indoctrinated. What else? Cal, we already talked about him. Shepard. Nope, that's about it. Oh yeah, also, they did announce that Miranda will be returning and she will have a major part in the game, which we knew was going to happen. I'm thinking she will have a major role in the game in some way, shape or form, so it could be quite an interesting way to see how that goes. She was the second in command to the Elusive Man, so maybe some parts of Cerberus will not be against you, but it's possible that maybe even Miranda could be one of the ones to get indoctrinated, because she was working very closely with the Elusive Man. Maybe she got a little bit indoctrinated, but she wasn't there long enough to become fully indoctrinated in some way, shape or form. So it could be really interesting to see how that happens. That's about everything in this game comes. I probably have missed a few things out. If you know anything, please don't hesitate to comment down below. Oh, yeah, the other thing. The closed demo of Mass Effect 3, which was open to the public at Gamescom, apparently had some people crying. Apparently one of the people at Machinima stated this: "I can't believe they killed a child." I'm like, what? What? So, if that demo is ever leaked, please, clan, let me know, because I will do a live reaction to it, and I will probably be crying, because I'm almost tearing up as it is. It could be very interesting to see what this demo is. So hopefully they'll release it eventually to the public. We'll have to wait and see, and hopefully this will work. So what else in this? Oh yeah, just want to say one quick thing out there. Thank you so much. I hit 40 subscribers a day or two ago, and I now have 44 subscribers, I think. Thank you so much to everyone who's clicked that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. And hopefully we'll continue to grow. My next goal is 50 subscribers. If I can get that before I go back to college, that would be really helpful. So let's see what happens. I go back to college in 1 week, so we'll see if we can get 50 subscribers before the end of the week. But thank you so much again for clicking that subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. I love all of you guys, and I love all of the clan. Here's a big cuddle. Cuddle, 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 cuddle. And mwah, mwah. I love you all. Thank you so much for clicking that subscribe button. And I'm glad that some people actually enjoy me rambling on about some of the stuff I like to talk about. And thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And thank you again. I love you all. There's my heart. I love you all. Yeah, I can actually do a good heart. I love you all. You all have a special place in my heart. Thank you so much for clicking that subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. And you never know, maybe in like 5 years I'll be a partner. So hopefully you enjoyed this. Thank you so much again for clicking the subscribe button. And if you're new to this and you just stumbled across this, hi. But let's end this video on a high. If you enjoyed this video and you agree with what I've said, please don't hesitate to BAM! Clickety-clack that thumbs up button. Thank you, Philip. And if you didn't enjoy this video and you don't agree with what I said, BAM! Click-clack that dislike button. And if you want to see more videos like these, please don't hesitate to click that subscribe button if you haven't already. And join the clan. Join the Scottish Warrior 92 clan. And be within a chance to become a clan member of the month. I will be doing another one of those in I think 2 to 3 weeks next month. So any wee things you can suggest will be helpful. And otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this. And please don't hesitate to click that subscribe button and join the clan today. And I will see you all later. And anything else? Nope, that's about it. Yep, that's about it. Okay, so I will see you all later. Mwah.